Oh, okay. I think Dave might have strained himself. Do you want to talk in a voice that sounds like you aren't constipated?
Yes.
Nope. Try again.
What if I did that?
There you go.
What if I did that the whole episode?
We would not do this episode.
Yes.
Nope.
Welcome back to Goose Cheese.
God, it sounds like you're straining.
It really does sound painful. It is not that painful. Yes.
That's good. Please stop.
Okay. Welcome back. It is another episode of Goose Chase.
Goose Chase.
This is our what?
45th episode.
Woo.
Almost 50 episodes. I don't like the way this microphone is set up right now. I can't see you.
We'll lower it a bit.
But that means I have to do
We
things.
just have to actually just touch it.
That's what she said.
No talking about. That's better.
No.
Nope. Just yep. There you go. Yep. Oh nope.
No.
Not like that.
The microphone part was easy. It was the pop filter that was
Right.
the tough part. We got it, guys.
Yeah, we got it. We know what we're doing. We have done this 44 previous times, and we know what we're doing.
True professionals.
Yeah. We learned a lesson tonight, which was never to get a big Mexican dinner before the podcast. Only
That's true.
after.
Only after.
We went up to El Cowboy and had a really nice dinner,
Which is Spanish for
as you know.
the cowboy.
The cowboy.
It's like Tex-Mex food, and it's right down the street, and it's really good. And I had been thinking about it for hours before
Yeah.
I said anything.
It was a really good idea, too.
And then we decided to go before the podcast.
Really bad
fatal
timing.
flaw.
Really
fatal
bad
error.
timing.
That just knocked Dave out.
Yep. Well, now we know for next time. Only to do that after the podcast, because that just really just wiped me out.
Yes. It was a lot of, Dave, are we going to do the podcast tonight? Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Falling back asleep. Dave, if we're going to do the podcast, we should do it now. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Fall back asleep for another 5 minutes. Dave, we should really think about doing the podcast. We don't have to, though.
Yeah.
No, I want to do it. I'm like, oh, jeez, man. It's a bad idea, that El Cowboy dinner.
Yeah. I get the 2 burritos smothered in cheese and beans and rice and that
Wet
about did it.
burritos.
The wet burrito. My God, was that good?
It just sounds dirty, though.
It does. It does sound dirty.
Yeah.
But what it was in fact magical.
It's a magical burrito.
Can we talk about this?
Oh, yeah.
Our favorite Neil Breen is back.
Our favorite Neil Breen.
Our
Not
favorite.
any other Neil Breen, but our favorite Neil Breen.
Of all the Breens, he's the Breeniest. Mm-hmm. And he is back with another movie. It is called, Twisted
Pear.
Twisted Pear. It is supposed to come out this year. I'm trying to get him to respond to me on Facebook, and he will not respond to me. But
It's 2 Breens for the price of 1. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, right. The trailer clearly reveals it's like there's twins, identical twins, and they're both Neil Breen.
They're both Neil Breen.
I cannot wait. I am so excited about this
It's
movie.
like even more Breeny than the other Breen movies.
It's the Breenest.
of
They say
them
the
all.
grass is always greener, and in this case,
On the other Breen.
yeah. I didn't know how to end that one.
No, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Trailer looks good. If you want to look up Twisted Pear.
yeah. The trailer is available on the
I
website
keep thinking
they made for
it's
the
like
film.
pear like the fruit. It's not, though. Because
Twisted.
it's about twins. Get it? Twisted Pear.
Oh my god! It features Neil Breen and in like bizarro Neil Breen.
Some of the most stunning visual effects in use of green screen
green screen.
ever seen. Green screen, if you will.
Green screen in this case. And Neil Breen in a really, really shitty looking fake mustache and beard.
Yeah.
He raised $7,000 on GoFundMe, and that's the bearded mustache he went with.
I mean, the rest of the money was spent on the visual effects
It must have been
and the green screen.
green screening that made this film what it appears that it is going to be.
Yeah.
Really fantastic. Super recommend checking the trailer out to that.
This dog has been very cuddly today.
He has. He's been very nice. Today was a nice day.
Continuing the cuddle. Yes, we watched a whole season of Queer Eye today.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I sat working in my office with the Queer Eye off to the side there, and we watched effectively the entire second season.
It was the entire second season.
Really good. I gotta say, I'm glad they brought this show back. I'm glad they're like,
You never watched any of the original, right?
No.
We should watch some of the original.
I bet it would feel really weird now.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah, because like the way they talk about everything has got to be different.
Right.
I mean, it's just like because America underwent such a huge cultural shift since that show aired.
I'm curious to watch some of the old ones though and compare.
Yeah, me too. I definitely want to see that. So yeah, we did that.
And then we ate El Cowboy, and that's about it.
And that brings us to right now.
Yeah. Last night we played some D&D.
Yeah, last night's D&D campaign.
I joined the group for the first time.
That's right.
And that was fun. It took you guys an awful long time to meet up with my character.
Hours.
But that was okay.
It took hours.
I was warned beforehand.
Yeah.
That the group likes to do everything but get into action.
That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun last night. Last night was very interesting. And we ended up basically like off to a really good quest.
Yeah.
We
solved a little puzzle.
We solved some puzzles. We did some wacky things. I don't know.
We bought some cool items.
Yeah.
Well, you guys bought some cool items.
Gosh, we encountered the most fabulous shopkeeper in the entire universe.
Gilmore.
Gilmore, who is super fun and sassy.
Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Yeah. I'm now unfortunately branded with a magical...
Your boots, yeah.
Every time I step, I see the logo for Gilmore's shop.
Gilmore's Glorious Goods. It just comes up in like a rainbow light from your boots every time you step.
This is
also,
a problem.
Other members of the party have that as well. Not on their boots, but like on their weapons because they like try to work out some kind of a price deal.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, D&D was sweet.
It's fun.
We have some other stuff to talk about, but I feel like we'll end up talking about it in our middle segment.
Yeah.
Because we had another adventure this last week. Mm-hmm. Something fun to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, do you so tired?
I know, seriously, this is like a horrible way to do the show.
Sorry, guys. I think maybe it's about that time.
I think we ought to play that game that's taking the internet by storm.
By storm?
That classic game.
That classic game. Would it by any chance be the one with the song that goes, "It's time for Trues and Fnews"?
It gets worse every fucking week.
You know? Yeah, you're tired. I'm tired.
Every week.
One of these days, we're just going to record a version and insert it, but we never do.
No.
Keep
we don't.
saying it.
We have to go back and find the one time we didn't screw it up.
Yeah, that one time that it was okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, time to play the news quiz, the game Trues and Fnews, where Christy will present me with 2 false stories, 1 true story, and I have to guess the true story from the false story or the truth from the Fnews.
Yes.
I just like saying it.
You said it real fast.
Yep.
You ready?
That's the game. Yes, I am ready.
That's the idea.
Gonna crush it. So gonna
First
crush
headline.
it. Yes, let's hear it.
After 10 years of living together, woman discovers elaborate trap doors and labyrinths husband hid in their home.
Oh my God. I hope that's not true. Oh my God.
Second headline. Oregon woman finds cougar in living room, says telepathy helped her get it out.
Wow, okay.
Third headline. 14-year-old apprehended after 15-minute police chase in a go-kart from Sports World.
No kidding. Wow.
Want to recap?
This is a really good one. This is a really good news quiz.
You know when I came up with these?
When?
While we were watching Queer Eye.
So, like today.
Today, while it was sitting right behind you.
Oh, my God. Those are all really good. Let's hear it again.
First headline. After 10 years of living together, woman discovers elaborate trapdoors and labyrinths husband hid in their home. Second headline. Oregon woman finds cougar in living room, says telepathy helped her get it out.
Oh, my God.
Third headline. 14-year-old apprehended after 15-minute police chase in a go-kart from Sports World. Which is every 14-year-old's dream,
I know.
if we're being honest.
If only I was that cool at 14 to, like, stage a police chase of me in a go-kart. Wow, this is tough. All of these sound very strange but plausible to me. This is a real dicey one. I believe I'm going to guess that it's the woman with the trapdoors and stuff in her house that her husband put there. I feel like that one's so weird, it's got to be it.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, no! No!
Do you want a second guess?
I do. Telepathy cougar.
Yes.
No shit.
Telepathy cougar is real.
No kidding.
So an Oregon woman found a mountain lion in her living room.
That's horrifying, by the way.
She basically posted about it on social media. So her post read, "This is wild. There's a mountain lion in our living room. Loving her to peace, so she'll go out safely."
Loving her to peace?
Peace. So there's pictures of this mountain lion behind the couch looking at her. And then later, the mountain lion fell asleep behind the couch. And pictures pretty close of a sleeping mountain lion.
No.
She says a housemate shouted after seeing the animal, and Taylor said the cougar was agitated and tried to leave through a closed window before hiding behind the sofa. When Taylor went to check on the animal later, she found it asleep. Who, stays in the house with a cougar? Okay.
No.
Anyway.
No way.
When I made noise, she woke up and looked startled, so I consciously raised my frequency, gazed lovingly into her eyes, and communicated using feline speak, eye blinking to calm her. Jackson Galaxy would be so proud.
No way.
It was amazing to realize that this worked. I gazed lovingly, then she blinked hard, and then she did it back. Then she went back to sleep. Some would call a loving continued gaze with a wild animal might be like a challenge.
Yeah, like threatening.
Yeah. Taylor explained in her post that cats are extremely psychic and perceptive of energy. Before dawn, Taylor said she sent the animal telepathic pictures of routes out of the house and up into the hills, then woke the animal up with drumming. A video posted to her Facebook shows a mountain lion leaving its place behind the couch and appearing to exit the house as drumming echoes in the background.
Oh my God.
She roused and knew just what to do. Walking out through the open doors, through the yard, across the creek, and through the empty field behind us, exactly as we had shown her. Taylor said she had extensive experience with energy and animals, and does not suggest seeking out encounters with mountain lions. This is good advice. May she stay safely in the hills to enjoy a long life as a wild and healthy lion, Taylor said. Should you encounter a cougar, officials say, make yourself appear bigger by putting your arms up or out, and make noise to shoo the animal away. Probably don't blink at it. They didn't say that, but that's what I say. Turning around and running may make you appear like prey.
Yeah. That is so insane to me. I raised my frequency. Really? Well, what's that look like? I don't know.
Right. What exactly is that supposed to do?
How high do you think they were for the duration of this experience?
High enough to basically have a drum circle with a cougar in the house. I like to think the drum circle was already scheduled and they just went about their plans.
Yeah, right. Like, hey, Thanks for coming, guys. Just want you to know.
Don't mind the cougar.
There's a cougar in the living room. It's fine. We've been sending it mental images of how to leave, so that'll...
We're just going to do this in the kitchen this time.
That's so weird to me.
Weird.
Yeah, like,
Very strange.
I can't imagine... First of all, I'm almost certain those people don't have kids. If they did, right?
Oh,
like,
right.
It'd be a different story, don't you think?
Right. Who's going to let a cougar near their kid? Who's going to let their kids near a cougar is what I was going to say. That's just not safe for the cougar.
Right. Yeah, who's going to let their kids near that cougar? He's going to be done for.
I mean, he'll have bows in his little ears and
Yeah, like that.
like a pink sparkly collar. And
That sounds all right.
you know who it reminds me of? What's her name from Tiny Toons?
Elmira.
Yes. We watched Tiny Toons Summer Adventure a while ago, and she like gets lost in like a jungle kind of thing and tries to make all the wild animals her pet.
That's right. She goes through a drive-through safari, but then gets out of the car and then basically terrorizes all of the animals in the safari after that. Lions
and panthers and all of the like.
Elmira's a weird character because she like simultaneously looks like a little girl and like Elmer Fudd. Like she has this weird like pig nose thing.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for, right?
I guess maybe
Elmira? Elmer Fudd.
Oh.
And she doesn't hunt.
Oh.
But she
my God.
captures animals. I didn't get that till now either. Also, I just realized that Elmer Fudd is trans.
What?
Elmer Fudd is trans because they're all like their little versions of adult cartoons, right? Or maybe she's Elmer's niece or something.
Wait, what? I'm so not connecting. I guess you're trying to say Elmer Fudd.
Elmira grew up to be Elmer.
I get it now.
I don't think it works though, because it's not like any of them are like baby bugs or Bugs Bunny or anything,
right.
So
Yeah, you know what? That's a thing I don't think I ever fully grasped about Tiny Toons is like what the connection is to all the Looney Tunes.
they're probably like
they're not the kids.
Kids or
What are
nieces
they?
and nephews. Just other tunes, just like baby versions,
Yeah.
tiny versions. That's why they're Tiny Toons.
Now that I did get.
I'm proud of you. Also, what's his name made a cameo in that episode? Larry David. There's definitely a cartoon of Larry David in that.
Yeah, it was like a guy in line at the movie theater, and he looks exactly
It's
like Larry
clearly
David.
supposed to be Larry David.
Yeah.
That was like in the 90s.
Yeah, like when Larry David was a writer, not a face you would know.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't have his show yet, but I mean, he was, I'm sure, known to other writers. So one of the writers had to put him in.
He must have been like, yeah, exactly. He would have been like massively well known as an individual, but just not an actor yet.
Yeah. Yep. Why are we talking about Tiny Toons?
I have no idea.
Let's move on to the middle segment. This is what happens when we're tired.
Yeah, I know. This is
Too much tiny talk.
strange episode. This week we went on a little trip. We went out of the state to go to
Another state.
another state. That's right. We went to visit my sister and her husband in Baltimore, and we had a pretty sweet time.
Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore is a city that I didn't really know just about anything about until we went. Really didn't have like much. We were talking about it, but like when I thought about Maryland, I didn't associate anything with it for some reason. Mm-hmm. Like it was like a gap in my knowledge that I didn't realize existed until we were about to go out and visit. Are you all right? Oh my God.
Oh, I'm just yawning hard.
Yeah, I see. So we went to visit. It ended up being like a 5.5 hour drive, and we got to see some really interesting things.
We stopped and got some sandwiches at
Subplicity in Breezewood.
Yeah.
A very fantastic little sandwich shop.
They were good sandwiches.
Yeah, they were good
and they
sandwiches.
were really fast.
So
And service was
naturally,
pleasant.
Christy left like a multi-sentence review on their whiteboard.
They had a whiteboard for you to leave comments And the only comments on it were good and awesome. And I
Yeah.
felt that wasn't doing the board justice.
It lacked a certain eloquence.
It did. So I left a glowing review that was a few sentences long.
Yeah. Would you like to tell the fine people what that review said?
I think it was something along the lines of, this sandwich elevated me to a higher plane of existence.
Yes.
Oh God, there was more.
That's the part that matters to me, is that it elevated you to another plane of existence.
I also complimented their fast service
Right.
and fast and pleasant service.
Yeah.
And I said that the hot peppers really tied it all together.
It was really funny because, like, I knew you were writing it behind, like, over my shoulder. Like, I did not have the nerve to turn around and watch you writing an essay on this board.
It took me a few minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I really wanted to stop on the way home and see if the note was still there.
Yeah.
But we ended up taking a different route,
Yeah, right, we did.
so we missed it.
So that was before you. That was just in Braeswood. We got into town on Thursday, and we went more or less immediately out for dinner. We had a nice dinner at a place that I cannot think of the name of.
I can't either.
The restaurant is in Hampton, which another thing we learned about the Baltimore area is there's all these little sort of mini neighborhoods and stuff that are like.
Yeah.
Like they have their own malls. Part of the most
A lot
of the
of times
time.
they're built around a mall or like something like that, or they have like a strip of
Yeah.
stores and stuff. It's just like any city that is very neighborhoody,
Yeah.
but they have a lot of like these really hip neighborhoods that have like lots of shopping and cute things to do.
It seems like so many of them are so distinct too, like
Yeah.
very unique places.
Yeah, and Hamden, it's pronounced Hamden, but it's spelled Hampden, Hampden, and it's like the kind of hipstery neighborhood,
Yeah.
which I always enjoy.
Yeah. Right.
I sigh because I've been called a hipster, but
You say it with so much shame.
yes, but
I've been
it's-
called a hipster.
I never want to admit it, but it was a nice area and the food was good and everyone was really nice and I
Yeah.
really like independently owned independently owned shops.
Yeah.
And I went to a really nice yarn store there. I bought a comic from the yarn store because it was like $5 and it was written by someone local. I think it might have been someone who was dating someone who worked at the shop. And it's a web comic. God, do you remember the name of it?
It's the one about the little old lady.
Yeah.
Nope.
Crap, it's upstairs. Maybe during the break I'll run up and get it so I
Sure.
can tell everyone the name of it and the website. It's a webcomic, but because it contains lots of like knitting humor, he printed out the prequel to the webcomic and he sells it at the store. And his girlfriend is a knitter, so she vets all of the knitting humor to make sure it passes her standards. But basically, the gist of the comic is that this elderly woman, she's an octogenarian, passes away. And are you okay over
Yeah, I'm
there?
just like pouring liquid all over. My vape just like burst.
That's no bueno.
Nope. Just pouring nasty burned liquid onto myself. That's fine. Please continue.
So she's an octogenarian.
Yeah.
And she passes away and she's happy to go meet her husband in heaven or whatever the equivalent is,
Yeah.
and then discovers that he errantly went to hell and she has to go rescue him.
That's nice.
Yeah. My favorite part of the prequel is that she passes away and she finds herself on the river Styx and Chiron is leading her across, but she needs to pay him.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have much on her. She's like, I have some hard candies. And he's like, oh, you got a butterscotch? And then it just shows him leading her across the river. And then she calls him Karen.
Yeah.
which I thought was really cute.
Like Karen, like Karen.
Like it's spelled Chiron when he introduces himself, but when she says his name, she says Karen, Karen. I just thought it was a cute touch.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was real nice. It was sweet. And then, so I got some yarn from there, and the shop owner was really sweet. That was Lovely Yarns, I think. And
I don't remember.
Then, if that wasn't Lovely Yarns, then the one in Philly was Lovely Yarns because I stopped at multiple yarn stores.
Yeah.
And then she told us to go to the bookstore a couple doors down because they're like a bookstore / like comic booky kind of store. And in the back, they have a bar. We didn't even get a chance to go to the bar part because we had other things we wanted to do, but
Yeah.
I bought a book there and some stickers and an enamel pin, and it was really nice.
We ate an absurd amount of ice cream on this trip.
We ate so much ice cream.
I guess not really absurd, but we just like did ice cream back to back.
For me, it was
Yeah.
a lot of ice cream because I had eaten ice cream the day before, and I'm
Yeah.
lactose intolerant. So then we ate ice cream that day, and then we ate ice cream the next day.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I've now had ice cream 3 days in a row.
One of the most interesting things we saw was, or at least I think, was Ellicott City,
Yeah,
which is like a small town that's like all hills and windy and old, sort of old fashioned and.
you know what it kind of reminds me of? Like a little different, but kind of like the main Dragon Salem, if it was like windier. Like I'm sure a lot of like consignment shops and independently run shops again.
Yeah.
But very quaint. One of the ice cream shops we went to called Scoopity-Doo
Yeah.
was there.
Everything out in the Baltimore area has to have a
Everything's
great
so
name.
cutely named.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they do it, but
Now, Ellicott City had a lot of trouble over the last few years with floods, and actually, when we went, was the first day that they opened the main road into town.
yeah. So most
to
of
the
the
public.
stores weren't open.
Yeah.
And just a couple were. The ice cream shop was, and a couple other ones. I guess the reason for their issues with flooding is that they're kind of a low-lying area. And over the years, they've done more and more and more development in the areas kind of surrounding them that are above them.
Yeah.
And so the more they develop, there's more concrete and less earth to like absorb the rain and everything
Yeah.
when there is heavy rainfall. And so it all just goes down to Ellicott City.
Yeah. A lot of
and-
runoff.
Just in the past several years, they've had several severe floods. Some shops have moved out of the area because of it, or closed down entirely. A lot of the shops are trying to come back, but it's difficult. They've
Yeah.
tried to do things in the meantime to like mitigate the problem, but it just seems like they've tried to do that, but just haven't done it fast enough before the next time something happens.
Right.
I was a little concerned because as we were like leaving the city and everything, they were still getting more rain as we
know.
were leaving. So I'm like, oh God, I hope it doesn't flood again for them.
Well, areas out that way are flooding right now. Like
Yeah.
Gettysburg, apparently, tons of flooding, and like stuff out in the general region. It's just been getting hammered with rain, which is really like concerning and upsetting to people out there, especially the people of Ellicott City.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope that they they didn't get any flooding this time around, and they're able to do things to keep that from happening again, and shops come back and all that, because it was a really cute place. I wish that we had been able to see it at a better time,
Me too.
but next time we go, hopefully things will be better and we'll get a better look at it.
Yeah.
We also walked around the harbor,
Yeah, right. We
took
walked
a
around,
nice long walk,
around the in the inner bay of Baltimore. That was really cool.
took a little tour of a lighthouse.
The same location, in fact, that I had once used in the news quiz as the location of a giant crab.
Oh, right. Right.
That a giant crab had crawled out of the ocean.
That's right. I didn't even think of that while we were there. But yeah.
We didn't see any giant crabs.
No.
I will say that very clearly.
But that was really fun. It was a nice long walk. We went to a really cool Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, like a unique Barnes and Noble in a building that used to be a power plant or around a power plant. So it had all this
It
coal
looked like
elevator things. And
it looked like they
stacks.
had lighthouses inside of the Barnes and Noble. And I honestly didn't know it had been like a power plant. I just thought they did it as a design element because of, it being by a lighthouse and it being by the bay. But
on the outside of the building, much above the Barnes and Noble logo and all the other logos of that, it did say like old power plant or something. It had some kind of a sign on there.
Okay, I didn't notice that.
It was interesting.
That was cool. I got a graphic novel meant for children called Roller Girl. It's written and illustrated by a roller derby girl for a Portland roller derby team. Her name is Winnie the Pooh. And it was really nice. You actually bought that for me, so thanks again. I read it that day while we were in the car, and then I let our friend Aubrey borrow it, and she read it in like a day and a half and already gave it back to me.
Yeah.
So it's a really cute read. I recommend it if you're looking for something light, but it probably will make you cry a little bit. Sweet story.
The Baltimore Inner Harbor is really cool. There's lots of cool stuff to see and walk around and check out. And they have a Shake Shack. We ate Shake Shack. We'd never had Shake Shack before.
How many more times can we say Shake Shack?
It shook me right up. I'll tell you what. It was great.
He was shaking like a shack.
We really enjoyed that, and we saw some other things. We went to Protean Books, which was a cool bookstore that had a.
It's a bookstore, record shop, and curiosities museum.
Yeah.
And apparently, what's the website? Oh crap! It's a website where you could use to like plan your trips if you're looking for that kind of stuff, like different curiosities and stuff.
I don't know about
and
it.
And apparently, Trish mentioned it to me.
Okay.
Apparently it's on that website as like a suggested place you visit when you go to Baltimore.
It was cool. They put some thought into it. They even had a little arrangement for this little monster whose name I can't remember, which is just like
Booger Baby?
No. The Booger Baby was great,
Booger
though.
Baby was good.
But it was a little monster that's just a head on legs, and he's the reason that you
Papa
find...
Lon.
That's it. He's the reason that you find single shoes around, because they have 2 right feet.
Right.
So he's the reason that you find one shoe sometimes, is he'll go around and steal like only the right shoes. Which I thought was very interesting. So that was really cool. Enjoyed that place. The big thing we went for was our Pixies and Weezer show.
Yes.
Which I really, really enjoyed both bands. I've been wanting to see Weezer since I was in middle school. Yeah. So it was really, really cool to see them perform. And like Pixies is like one of the coolest acts of all time, I think.
Yeah, we were talking before the show that it was like basically they were sharing the headliner title, but Weezer was the headliner. Like they played last, and we were talking about it beforehand, how you thought that was kind of weird.
It felt weird to me.
But having seen it, I understand why.
Yeah.
And they're also just 2 different kinds of bands. I mean, the Pixies have always kind of been the band that are like, this is our music. Like it or leave it. This is what it is. We're going to go on stage and we're going to play it. But there wasn't like a bunch of fanfare. There wasn't pyrotechnics. There wasn't anything super fancy. It just was the music, which is what the Pixies does. And that it was great.
Yeah.
But it's not like over the top,
Right.
And it super wasn't like very fan like oriented as far as like
there wasn't a lot of crowd participation. There wasn't there was no talking to the crowd. It was just thanks and then next song. It was like a pretty bare bones sort of like presentation.
Yeah, which isn't to say like I was disappointed at all.
It was awesome.
It was great.
They played
was just
everything.
Like that's the Pixies.
They played Broken Face.
Yeah,
I love that song.
They played Monkey Gone to Heaven.
Yeah,
which I was very happy. I was very happy with everything they played. Both bands.
Hay's great. That was awesome.
Both bands opened with kind of crowd pleasers.
Yeah,
that are like the best known songs kind of that band. Pixies opened with
The one with Where Is My Mind?
Where's My Mind?
Yeah.
And Weezer opened with Buddy Holly.
Yeah. And they actually had a setup on stage like Ralph's Diner or whatever.
Which I thought was cool.
Or Arnold's, what it is, Arnold's.
Arnold. They both were super good. I really enjoyed myself. I thought Weezer put on a really good show too.
Yeah.
A lot of audience participation. Rivers came out into the audience at some point and did a couple songs by himself. He did Take On Me by Aha.
Yeah.
And he did
What was
else?
the other one he did?
The Island in the Sun Holiday.
Oh, yeah.
And then for their encore. I am losing words today like crazy.
Where are your words?
I'm just exhausted. For the encore, they did Toto by Africa as their last song.
You know, it was time to bless those rains.
Down in Africa. Yeah. They had to. They had to do it. Apparently, they had leaked a video, or someone had taken a video of them doing that. And so now, on this tour, everyone expects them to do it.
Sure.
So.
Well, they released the single.
Or is that what they did?
Yeah, they released a single this summer.
Oh, okay.
It's
I didn't
funny.
realize that.
Because basically someone tweeted at them that exact thing. They said, it's time to bless the rains down in Africa. And they responded to his tweet with the fully finished single.
That's amazing.
Because they're from the internet.
Yeah.
So ever since everyone's been losing their minds about this.
So I didn't know that setup. So at the end, he was kind of hinting, well, you know what song we have to do. And kind of give a couple hints.
Where do we need to go?
Somewhere south.
Somewhere
sunny.
Where are we going? And I was sitting there. I knew about the Africa thing, and I was like, what are they talking about?
I thought that's what he was hinting at, but I didn't have the context of any other reason they'd be doing the song.
Yeah.
But that song has gotten a resurgence of popularity lately.
Yeah.
And maybe partly because of them, but I think even before them doing it, it just had, I don't know why.
That song is freaking awesome.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
I love that
It is
song.
not some kind of ironic hipstery thing
No,
of oh, look how weird I am that I'm listening to this. It's a great song.
And apparently I think the lead singer from Toto, someone interviewed him about Weezer covering their song, and it sounded like he kind of took it as they were being tongue-in-cheek about it and were being ironic about it.
Yeah, he said no one's laughing any harder than us. We're all gonna have a great laugh about this. And it's nah, dude.
I don't think they're laughing at you. I think everyone honestly, for the most part, appreciates a song.
Yeah.
I like it because I am a huge fan of harmonies, and that song has amazing harmonies.
It does.
And that song is just very full and has so much going on, but it's not overwhelming. It's just a really good song.
Yeah.
It's the same reason I like the band Chicago. Mm-hmm. Just a lot going on, but really well done.
Yeah.
A lot of harmonies, very full.
Or for that matter, Supertramp, same thing.
Yeah. It's a great song. And I don't know anyone who likes the song who likes it ironically.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, everyone really loves that song.
Yeah.
And it's a song you feel in your chest when it comes on. You just feel that song. So that was cool for them to end it that way. We went to see them. It was in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So it took us a couple hours to get back. Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to Philly before we went to the show.
Yeah.
We got some cheesesteaks.
I want to discuss this. I know we're kind of running along here.
It doesn't matter.
I want to discuss this. There is a rivalry in Philadelphia about which is the best of two Phillies, which it's
a tale of two Phillies.
It's a tale of two Phillies. They sit at opposite sides of a corner in Philadelphia, sort of facing each other.
Mm-hmm. It's Pat's and Gino's.
Yeah, Pat's Steaks and Gino's. And the claim is that Pat is the inventor of the Philly, if you can believe. I can't imagine that we could trace the invention of putting meat and cheese into a... Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's at least the claim, is that I don't know if he was the first one to do it, but he was the first one to probably call it a Philly. Or
Sure.
Make it a distinct thing.
Yeah. So we got one of each. We got one of Pat's and we got one of Gino's. We ripped them in half and we each tried one half.
Let's be honest. You ripped yours in half. I ate half of mine and then
really?
gave the other half to you.
Okay.
Because your line, you went to Gino's and I
Yeah.
went to Pat's. And at Pat's, the line was not that long. And they were very efficient. And they
Yeah.
had a sign that said the rules for ordering.
Yeah, right.
And at the end, the fourth rule was, if you mess up, no big deal. Just get to the back of line and try again. And it had that very brusque kind of quality to it, very
Yeah.
fast. There was like banter between them and the people in front of me. Like
Yeah.
the people in front of me ordered a Philly. They ordered Phillies with onions, but with American cheese.
Yeah.
And which is an option.
Yeah.
And the guy making them looked at like the older lady who was one of the ones ordering and goes, "That's your fault." And then she like flirted with him and the other guy making the sandwiches, and the other guy like flirted back, and it was super funny and like sweet. I'm like, okay, like they're so used to this. Like
Yeah.
they are so used to this. And you tell them what you want and they hand it to you 5 seconds later, and then you go to a different window if you want to order drinks and fries and all that stuff. And it was just fast. It was not cheap, however, because a Philly, I got Whiz Wet,
Yeah. Now,
which is whiz with onions.
yeah, whiz wit or whiz wit out.
And that's how it's spelled.
Yeah.
And that's like the typical one. So for a Whiz Wit, $11. And then I got a fry, a small fry.
Same price at Gino's, I believe.
I thought you said 10 at Gino's. So
Might
just
be
a
10.
dollar difference.
Yeah.
And then a fry was $5. So I paid $16. I didn't even get a drink.
No. And I was still hungry after,
Right.
which, whatever. But they were not small sandwiches.
And you stood in a line of like 30 people. So it
Yeah.
took you longer. Also, like the Gino's is the flashier of the two.
Gino's
it
are the
has,
ones
like-
that are trying to make a little empire out of it.
Right. They got flashing lights and neon, and
They have a merch store across the street.
Pat's has none of that.
No, Pat's is like, we make sandwiches.
Yeah, Pat's feels like the original.
Yeah, it does. Its bread is thicker. It's everything about it. To be honest, I liked more. I mean, I think Gino's is like the fast foodier version of the thing that Pat's did for a long time.
That's what I got out of it too. Gino's was saltier. Their
Yeah.
cheese was a little runnier.
Yeah.
It tasted more like American cheese to me.
Yeah.
Not that there's like a great quality difference between like Cheese Whiz essentially and American cheese, but
Right.
it did taste like not as good ingredients maybe.
Yeah.
Like cut a couple corners.
A little bit cheaper. Bread's a little lighter. Everything is just
Yeah.
kind of.
I mean, it was still very good. Like you
Right.
wouldn't it wouldn't be a big deal if you chose to go to Gino's over Pat's. Like
Yeah.
if you had to choose one and that's when you chose, it'd be fine.
You're still going to get a sandwich you like.
Yeah, it's still a really good Philly.
Yeah.
But I told Dave I don't think that either of those places are where people from Philly actually eat on a regular basis.
Right.
Because it's like $10 or $11 for a freaking sandwich.
Yeah.
Like they're for the tourists.
Sure.
Honestly, if you're in the area, maybe you'll stop and get one there because they are good. But everyone
Yeah.
else is just eating the ones from like food carts and shit.
Yeah,
like
right. Exactly. Like the no names.
or little like hole in the wall places.
Yeah.
Not right there. So
So
Yeah.
I will say this. I kind of want to move on here because we're at 44 minutes and we haven't even gotten into the topic yet.
all right.
But I want to say I can't believe I'm saying it, but I really enjoyed Philadelphia. I like due to the general buffoonery of the Philly Flyers, I have had a little kind of an X on Philadelphia in my head for a long time.
I've talked to people from Philly over the years because of a job that I had. I had to talk to a lot of people from Philly, and a good portion of them were assholes.
But I liked Philly a lot.
I did too. You know, we didn't get to see a lot of it. I'd like to go back one day and make it more of a trip.
Yeah.
Like to see more of it. Basically, like they say it's a city of brotherly love, right? And
Yeah.
what I got from that, what I experienced there was like, it doesn't mean that everyone is super duper nice to you. What that means is like you feel like these people are your brothers. Like, you feel like they're gonna, like, kick the shit out of you. Like, they're just gonna, like, they're gonna make fun of you and razz you a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's done out of, like, a good place. That is the feeling I got.
Yeah.
Bobo.
Go lay down.
No, I'm not going to pet your butt if you act like this.
Yeah, no, I think that you're right. I got a sense of that in Philadelphia. It's an interesting place. People are a little bit different there. We were only there for a short while, but...
And we did use that really weird bathroom.
That weird... Oh,
An Acme grocery store. And we may or may not have seen... we didn't see it.
We got to talk about that.
Your sister took a picture of it, but there was a knife on top of the toilet, but it had the tip removed, so it wasn't pointy. But it could have been a poop knife.
I believe it was a poop knife.
I think it was a poop knife.
Which is insane because I still have not come around to the idea that a poop knife is a thing at all. But there was a blunted knife on top of the toilet.
It was a poop knife.
It had to be a poop knife.
It feels like it was a poop knife.
I just can't believe it's so weird. We still have the picture. It's just a very strange thing.
Maybe we should try to post it to the page.
Yeah, maybe we should.
But yeah, you'd like to get it was in a grocery store and there's a sign for restrooms, but to get to the restrooms you have to go into like their back room.
Yeah.
Where all of their like supplies
You have to go completely through their entire warehouse.
Yeah, and walk all the way through it to the other side where the bathrooms are, and then all the way back around out the same door to get out, because if you try to go out the other doors, it goes into like a prep room.
Yeah.
So it was very strange. There wasn't great signage. And I was like, the whole time I'm like, does their insurance cover people being back here that don't work for the store? This is weird, right?
I want to say one last thing, which is to say thank you so much to Dom and Jess for showing us around and making it a really nice time. It was super cool to see Baltimore for the first time, to see almost all of that was brand new to me. All of that was brand new to me.
I had never been, so it was new to me.
Yeah, and I really had a very good time. Their bed was super comfy.
It was a very comfy bed. And their cats were cute.
Yeah, and
we watched movies at night when we got so exhausted from walking around during the day.
Yeah.
We had really good food. It was a great time.
It was just awesome.
A really good time.
So I really appreciate them, making it nice for us and showing us around and taking, time to really make it special for us.
All right.
We got to take a break here.
Yes.
And when we come back, we'll talk about the main subject or topic for this episode.
All right.
All right? Stick around. And we're back.
And we're back.
Yes.
I felt left out because Dave got to do the voice earlier.
That sounds good when you do it, actually. It doesn't sound at all strained or painful.
It just means I'm not straining enough.
Yeah, right. Strain a little harder. Truly, it's not just the voice, it's the look in your face. As you go...
That's for the Psychags podcast.
Yeah, it really is. All right, this is stupid. We have to.
I look like a dog that's about to puke.
A little bit. You get that squinty-eyed thing of,
and the lips pull really far back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, don't puke for God's sake.
Oh, I'm not a dog that has to puke.
Okay.
It's just a kind of face that I'm making.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah. It's all about resemblance, but not actually being that thing. You have an interesting topic for us.
Yes. Would you like to introduce this one?
Sure. I don't remember how I started reading about it, but I started reading about it while we were in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And immediately told you should do this as your topic.
Yeah.
It is possibly parasite, possibly something else.
Yeah.
Called the rope worm.
Yeah.
it is, well, and I don't want to tell anything else. I want you to tell us.
Yeah. Here, so I'll get us started by saying that we have talked a lot on this show about the internet and its record for bad health advice, and this might very well be one of those things. I also want to say this is a Goose Chase episode where the research I did, I literally just kept like detouring off, and it took me to crazier and crazier places. It's like the premise was already weird, but
He's just trying to tell you guys to hold on to your butts.
yeah, hold on to your butts for this one. This is a real butt holding episode.
It's a wild ride.
Let's start with the claim about rope worms. This is, I quoted this from a website called globalhealingcenter.com.
Okay, I can guess what kind of quote it's going to be.
Yeah, this says ropeworm is a parasite different from other known parasites like roundworms and tapeworms in that they resemble human feces and intestinal lining. Dr. Gubarev and Dr. Valinsky, researchers who first introduced the disease the parasite at the 2013 International Chronic Disease Conference, estimate that every human being may be infected with some type of ropeworm. So, like, if so, that's, like, ridiculous, right? Like, a huge problem that everyone would be infected with them.
Although, didn't we talk about the fact that, like, if you have a parasite, was it on here that we talked about it?
I don't know.
That parasites aren't, yeah, it was part of the Goop episode. If it's not causing you harm,
Oh, right.
you don't really need to address it.
Yeah, sure.
If it's not causing you harm. Now, the difference is that the people who claim that, this is a parasite that everyone has also claim it's responsible for a lot of different things, like food allergies and other things that are slightly, like, prolific, like that a lot of people experience, and so they're blaming this thing that supposedly a lot of people have
Yes.
for ailments that a lot of people have.
That's right. I mean, they get very broad with their claims in various places. I will say it's worth noting that literally all of the highest ranking websites for this search term for ropeworm come from websites with names like Global Healing Center or Organic Allergy Relief or Heavenly Healthy Gourmet or Better Health Guy. It's all like, websites that are promoting sort of like alternative medicine type things or stuff like that. Nobody else is talking about this as though it's a thing.
That's why I found it interesting.
Yeah.
Because that's what I started seeing in the brief amount that I researched it.
Yeah. And in fact, it seems like most people that are, regarded as experts are like, sort of non-alternative health type, what you might call doctors.
Yeah.
Doctors do not agree that this is a parasite at all, but we'll get to that a little later, right?
Yes.
I do not recommend looking up photos of ropeworm unless you've already seen them. I imagine you have.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad, but it is a little gross.
There are some really gross. I hate myself for looking up images of ropeworms.
So just think about the fact that they say it resembles human feces or parts of the human intestine.
Yeah.
It's like, it looks like pinkish, reddish, brownish.
Yeah.
Kind of string, usually multiple kind of clumped together.
But they have like coils in them the way that like sort of like the folds of brain matter, that kind of look on them. Some of them do anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of them appear very different. The top ranking image I found was they were laid out horrifyingly on a dinner plate. I don't know why in the hell somebody would do this, other than for the sake of they are going to photograph them. But why a dinner plate?
You can never use that plate again.
No. That plate, you have to smash that plate and throw it away.
Smash it.
This person who was posting the image on curezone.org, their post said, I've been seeing these mucousy ropes for almost 3 years. The first 2 photos are the most recent. They came out after doing the Gubarev-Volensky rope worm parasite protocol for 2 weeks, daily enema treatments of the eucalyptus leaf / essential oil concoction. They initially started coming out in 2010 after I started juicing, eating lots of fruits and veggies, having monthly colonics, using Paragon, and taking a supplement called Okra Pepsin.
That's a lot of things that you're doing there, Bubs.
That's a lot of things, right? I mean, that's no less than like what 4 to 5 different kinds of attempted treatments for.
Do you have anything on that Dr. Gubarev's thing?
I have a lot more
cleanse?
on what I believe this is the same thing as something else. But before we go there, let's go to another person, a YouTube user who appeared, whose video on YouTube claimed a huge. She's. I didn't want to name her just because I'm like concerned maybe she's not well, right?
Okay.
But her video claimed that she had been suffering for. I mean, the list she gave was enormous. It was the kind of thing where it's like either everything is wrong in her body or she's a hypochondriac, and I'm not sure which, right?
I mean, there are people that do have a lot of health issues, and there are health issues that cause a lot of symptoms.
Yeah.
That, you might think they're unrelated. So she could have an actual something going on.
Yeah. But basically she lists out all these symptoms. She, felt like she was essentially losing her mind, and she claimed that she had been successfully treating her symptoms, which again, I mean, they were things like facial tics and depression, anxiety, and torturous thoughts and brain fog and all these kind of like different things that, the mental as well as physical symptoms. Mm-hmm. She claims that she has been or had tried to treat these things with coffee enemas, eucalyptus enemas, multiple seeds, spicy things, ozone, hydrogen peroxide, diatomaceous earth, cleanses, fasts, and more, right? Mm-hmm. But eventually landed on a treatment known as CDMMS, which is chlorine dioxide miracle mineral solution.
I feel like I've heard of this thing before.
Yeah?
But continue.
So this treatment it was provided to her by another YouTube user, right? Mm-hmm. It came in the form of a book called Healing the Symptoms Known as Autism by a woman named Carrie Rivera. Mm-hmm. Like I said, this topic just kept opening up. It just kept taking me places I wasn't expecting. Mm-hmm. So right from there, I started researching miracle mineral solution, right?
I did research on this at some point, and again, I don't remember why. I think I know why. I think I saw something about it somewhere else having to do with autism, and so I fell down this rabbit hole. But
yeah, this is a thing that apparently a lot of people know about and have tried. And when you hear more about it, you're gonna be you're gonna wish that wasn't the case.
I think I remember what it is, but I still want you to tell us all about it.
So apparently, a sizable contingent of people use chlorine dioxide as a treatment for, among other things, HIV, malaria, hepatitis, the common cold, cancer, and yes, autism. It is a mixture of 28% sodium chloride with an acid like citric acid. And it produces this chlorine dioxide, right? And according to Wikipedia, that is a potent industrial bleach and water cleaner.
God, I can't remember why I did all the reading on this, but I know I've read about this thing.
Yeah? Gosh,
yeah.
I hope we haven't talked about it on this show already.
That's what I'm trying to remember.
We possibly could have, so if
I don't think so, though.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. But the problem with this show, and also the good thing about this show,
There's
is
some
that
overlap.
this is the reason we chose this kind of show is because it's the kind of thing we'd be doing anyways. because of that, it's the kind of thing we do anyways. And so
Yeah.
sometimes I do research on stuff just because I see it and I'm like, well, what the hell is this?
Right.
And it's not necessarily for the show, but I do it anyway. And then I can't remember what was for the show and what wasn't for the show.
Exactly.
But anyways, yes, it's basically a type of bleach.
Yeah, which, by the way, I did not realize, I learned along the way here, there are a lot of chemicals that we refer to as bleach. Mm-hmm. I didn't know this. I thought bleach was bleach.
It is a bleach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess, Clorox is a mixture of some of these different bleaches, but there are lots of chemicals that are bleaches, and chlorine dioxide is one of them. So I wrote, I like to entertain people's theories on this show to a point because it makes for a fun show. And I like to sort of like do the thought experiment of kind of going along with some of the things that we research and just consider them in my head for a moment. But in extremely strong terms, I have to say, do not ever take anything resembling this miracle mineral solution. It is definitely poison. It is super poisonous. For some reason, people, are taking it because they're being encouraged that it's a treatment for all number of things. Mm-hmm. I wrote that the most upsetting thing, I think, is that the people selling and pushing and encouraging people to use this solution use the severe poisonous damage it does as its own selling point. So if the stuff causes, as it does, vomiting, nausea, and diarrhea to people who take it, they say that's, evidence that it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's ridding you of toxins.
Yeah.
Right? Your body's rejecting all this stuff. It must be working. Which is a pretty good way to get people to continue to drink bleach.
God, maybe I did talk about this on an episode. I'm going back and forth here, but yes, that's...
Yeah.
And also, it's just very sad to me that one of the big things that they say it can help with is autism. And so it's very sad to me that you would rather literally ingest bleach or feed your child bleach than just let them be autistic and find ways to work with them and make their lives better for them. But why is being autistic that bad?
Yeah.
And I understand that it's a spectrum and life is more difficult for some people on that spectrum and less difficult for others on that spectrum. But still, don't feed someone bleach.
Yeah, right.
A bleach. That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah.
I do specifically remember the, claim of people being like, well, that's just it working.
Well, and I feel like that's an insidious thing that has been said about other things too. It's a really easy, lazy, way to deal with the fact that you're causing someone harm. Is, well, it must be working.
Yeah.
I wanted to point out that the BBC in 2015 did an expose on this kind of thing. And this is going to lead us into a different territory, which is one of the purveyors of Miracle Mineral Solution is a guy named Leon Edwards. He's an American-based reverend at the head of the Genesis 2 Church. I had never heard of them before until now. The Genesis 2 Church describes itself as a non-religious church of health and healing. At the time of the BBC approaching him undercover, because they approached him undercover to ask about this, he had been promoting MMS as a treatment for all kinds of things. It will not surprise you to learn that at the website for the Genesis 2 Church, of their 5 menu buttons, one of them is dedicated to MMS. They're a church ostensibly, but a non-religious church. But they're really, it seems like one of their biggest things that they try to do is get people to drink bleach.
Chill MMS.
Right. It's weird, how large that is up in their church, right? Isn't that kind of odd?
It's weird to me for any church to be more focused on a product or medicine of sorts or supplement than some kind of doctrine.
Right.
right? Like, and there are non-denominational churches, Unitarian churches, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they still have like a unifying doctrine that is the most important thing to them.
Yeah.
And they usually don't specifically have like a product that they try to sell. They might sell things to raise money.
Yeah.
I know my brother's church sells like coffee beans and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's like fundraising.
it's fundraising, and they support like the companies that make those beans, which are usually like
Yeah. But they're not the Church of Coffee.
But it's right. It's not. They don't have. I'm pretty sure they don't have a giant link, primarily like on their website. That's
Right.
like the big tab. That's like you should have this coffee.
Right. Because that would be weird.
Yes. And now, if they do, I'm gonna look foolish.
So the BBC, like I said, in 2015, they approached Leon Edwards under an alias about treatment for their autistic son, right? This treatment, like I said, is frequently recommended as a cure for autism. Only they're like everyone else, they're very careful about the language they use. They say they can't say cure, but they euphemistically say it can purge the body of autism, which is a meaningless statement. Of
Doesn't
course.
sound better.
No, I mean they're not allowed to use the very specific word cure, so they use something close enough.
Right.
You know,
Something that means remove entirely from.
right? Leon Edwards had made the claim about his own use of miracle mineral solution. This is a quote: "I put it in my eyes, my nose, my ears, bathed in it, drank it, breathed it in my lungs. I got injected in my butt with it." End quote.
Okay, phrasing.
I got injected in my butt with it.
It's just a poor sentence.
It sure is.
I had it injected in my butt. I injected it in my butt.
Does he mean like? I believe he means an enema, though.
Does he mean an enema, or did he have like a booster shot of this bleach in his bum?
I feel like he must mean an enema because, again,
In that case, he should have said, "I did an emina,
an M&M.
I did an M&M of this."
Yeah.
Funny thing, when I was trying to quickly look up MMS to jog my memory, I just kept getting links to M&Ms.
Don't get Bo. Go lay down. He's getting all hyped up.
I know, but like if I don't touch him, then he just like puts his head on top of me.
I know. He just keeps like sticking his head on my lap while I'm talking. So anyway, one of the noteworthy things that the BBC expose turned up is Edwards's close personal connection with a man named Jim Humble. Jim Humble, another hard left in this story, because Jim Humble is the founder of that church, the Genesis 2 church, and a former Scientologist.
Oh, okay.
I refer to him as the architect of diarrhea.
All right.
So, basically, it turns out Jim Humble is the founder of the Genesis Church, but also the Genesis 2 Church, but also the creator of Miracle Mineral Solution.
Would you say that's a humble brag?
Nice.
I'm doing finger guns.
Yeah. You gotta call him out. The kids do the finger guns.
Yeah, this isn't the Sight Gags podcast.
No. So yeah, the thing is, he originally called it Master Mineral Solution, which I think is funny and interesting. Stumbling across Jim Humble has opened this whole thing up for me, because even a cursory search of his name turns up some really amazing headlines, like, quote, Church of Bleach, ABC News confronts founder of Genesis 2 Church, or the man who encourages the sick and dying to drink industrial bleach, or Jim Humble's MMS fraud. People are onto this guy in a huge way.
Yeah. Except the people still taking it.
Yeah. Now, what's really interesting to me is, like, when's the last time you came across something like this that there was no Wikipedia entry for a person?
Right.
Because this guy there's no Wikipedia entry on him. He's mentioned elsewhere. Like, he's mentioned in the MMS article on Wikipedia, but he doesn't have a page, which I think is really interesting.
That is weird.
Most people, of this kind of, well, I don't know. I guess people known well enough that the BBC does a sting on your church.
Right. Someone would make a wiki page.
Yeah.
If they saw the BBC documentary kind of thing.
Yeah.
And also, like, all this stuff is out there about this guy and about MMS. Why are we not doing a Google search before we ingest bleach?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like, if someone else on YouTube tells you, hey, this is working for me, you should do it. Guys, please, like, people, please promise me that before you just do the thing, you'll do a quick search.
Yeah, right.
Like, not to shame anybody, but we know that finding the truth can be hard on the internet nowadays. We know that it's difficult. We have to try to apply some, like, critical thinking to everything we do, especially if we're going to be ingesting something.
Yeah.
So just, like, do a quick Google search. If you don't have the time or you can't sort through the mumbo jumbo, email us. We'll do it for you.
Yeah, we will
Seriously,
so do it.
If you want to know, like, if something seems advisable or if it seems legit or you want to know more about any topic, just ask us and we'll do the research.
Yeah.
And if it's something that, like, you want to know about immediately, we'll help you look into it sooner rather than later. If you don't want to wait for us to do an episode about it. But, like,
Yeah.
don't just take stuff because someone told you to take it.
I'll add to that by saying maybe be extra careful with things that have the word miracle in them.
Right.
That's like one of those things that should be a red flag to people.
Yes.
When things claim to be miraculous, I am doubly or triply suspicious of them.
Yes.
You know? So anyway, I found I did find information on Jim Humble, but only really, like, as far as his, like, history and backstory, it was only from his personal website could I find that information, which is, of course, it's his personal website. It's
Right.
like a guy telling his own story. He describes himself essentially as a former, like, health food store worker who, among other things, devised the most accurate method of determining nutrient deficiencies in people. Not sure how that works.
Did he say what that method was?
No, but it was something computerized and electronic, like a primitive computerized, like, back in the day.
Okay.
He claims to have healed his own broken neck in record time using magnets.
Okay.
He developed a secret state-of-the-art radio electronics, or developed many state-of-the-art radio electronics for several large aeronautics and automotive companies.
Okay.
Cured malaria, and then basically everything else with MMS.
Okay, but then, like, didn't tell anyone, so people still suffer from malaria?
Yeah, right.
I mean, there are things you could do to mitigate it, but people still get malaria.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, he's claiming that MMS will cure that too. I know. This is very interesting to me. The MMS cure, and I think this is very relevant, is not made free to the public.
Yeah.
You gotta buy a book. Listen to this bullshit reasoning for why you have to buy their book. Good health is serious business, and for optimum health recovery, you must have the complete picture, or at least as much as is presently possible. We simply cannot put all the information here on this website. We spent over 3 years working to get this guidebook to you. It covers 20 years of working with hundreds of thousands of people from around the world. Those people have told us what has worked best for them, and we boiled it down in this new book.
Know what this sounds like? Someone who learned a lot from Scientology.
I wrote, does this guy remind you of someone?
For people who don't know much about Scientology, it's a very foot in the door kind of tactic.
Yeah.
They have you do a personality test. They tell you all the things that are wrong with you. They also tell you that you're lovely and they love you and you're awesome and they want to help you. Then they charge you lots of money so they can help you. And every step of the way, it's more and more and more money. And the reasoning for not just being able to give you all the info at once and having to do it in stages, and the reasoning for charging you so much money for it, is that this is dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
And if you
can't handle the truth,
don't go through with it, which is funny because Tom Cruise is a Scientologist. If you don't go through with it the right way and aren't kind of coached through it correctly, you could literally die.
Yeah, right.
You could get pneumonia and die.
Yeah.
That's a real claim that Scientology makes. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
That is bullshit.
Yeah.
That's not, if something really works, that's not how you do it.
Yeah.
If you want to sell a product, but don't claim it's the end all be all and then act like there's not enough space on the internet for all the information you've gathered.
Yeah. Right,
exactly. Like, or that people need more guidance than just doing the thing.
It won't fit in the internet. We tried, but the internet's just too small for it.
And also, if it's scientifically sound, then you need to be able to replicate it. Yeah. And you need to feasibly be able to replicate that. Under, of course, the same kind of circumstances, but the circumstances can't be so fucking specific that other people can't just replicate it.
Yeah.
So, if you need like a whole book and all this information that you supposedly gathered over the years just to make it work for people, I don't believe that that's scientifically sound.
I don't either.
I mean, I already didn't because it's bleach, but if I had gotten to that point, that's another red flag.
Yeah. The book is called the MMS Health Recovery Guidebook, and if you buy it, you are being taken for a ride. Yeah. So, anyway, I went back to what does MMS do to you anyway? What is going on with it, right? I said back to one of the things that got my attention in the first place was that book, Curing the Symptoms Known as Autism by Carrie Rivera. Mm-hmm. I wrote, by this point, you should not be totally surprised to learn that she is a bishop in Jim Humble's church. Okay. So there's a connection there. I also wrote, you should not be surprised to learn what is going to follow here, which is that it's chlorine dioxide. We know now at this point it is a highly noxious chemical. We know it's being marketed to people as a cure for everything. People are taking it as drops. They take it as an oral solution. People are taking it as an enema. A highly abrasive and toxic chemical is being marketed to be taken in a whole bunch of ways, right? So,
probably don't put bleach up your butt.
Yeah, probably don't do that. It just doesn't sound like a good idea on the face of it.
Yeah, on the butt of it. It doesn't sound like a good idea.
So I want to call out a YouTuber here who I thought was really helpful. His name is Miles Power. He did
it's a good name.
It is a great name. He did a very sort of helpful video on MMS. He pointed out, some things previously mentioned here, including the fact that MMS enemas are being recommended to and administered to kids, which I think is like, without a doubt, child abuse.
Yes. Kids and people who are otherwise already sick.
Yeah. It's rough, right? He states the following here, and I wanted to transcribe it an exact quote from him because I thought it was just a very helpful way to see it. How can this compound basically attack all these nasty things? How can it attack certain bacteria, certain viruses, certain genetic conditions? How can it do that? It can't. Chlorine dioxide or any of the compounds generated in this manner will basically react with whatever they come into contact with. Mm-hmm. It has no way of specifically going after certain viruses or bacteria.
Yeah, it can't be specifically targeted to a billion different things.
Right.
It is going to degrade any cells it comes into contact with.
Yeah.
Like bleach.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that, like, if you get bleach on your skin, it feels soapy?
Yeah, right.
It's because it's eating away at the proteins in your skin. Yeah. And that's what a bleach is going to do to any material it comes in contact with.
Right. So yeah. So anyway, this is the conclusion of the story, basically, right? The ropeworm. Let's go back to the ropeworm. Most scientifically credible explanations for it are basically that people are, whatever people are pooping out here is not a parasite at all. Most credible analysis is that anything that people are calling a ropeworm is not, based soundly in any physiology, and it is, in fact, the shedding of their own intestinal tissue.
Or like mucus or something.
Yeah, basically good, healthy tissues that have been, sloughed off by, interventionary means.
Like maybe bleach enemas.
Yeah.
Or other abrasive enemas.
Right.
When I did research and quickly, like, I didn't do a whole lot because I stopped when I was like, okay, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Make Dave do it for me. But what I came across is like some of the people who were claiming to have expelled these ropeworms had done an enema of like eucalyptus and lemon, and it was an enema that you held inside of you for like 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
Which,
like lemon juice?
Right. And I don't know how you do that, but
you gotta have a good clench.
Gravity. But you, like, that is abrasive.
Yeah.
If you put lemon juice in your hair, it'll bleach your hair.
Right.
And obviously expose it to the sun.
Yeah.
But, like, it is an abrasive chemical.
Sure.
If you've ever gotten, like, any citrus on you for a little while, got on the corners of your mouth, you might get a little itchy. Mm-hmm. It's an abrasive, like, thing. It has a high acid content.
Yeah, and as such, it's like not hospitable to tissues.
Right. To hold it inside of a sensitive part of you for quite a while, like, that could cause some damage.
Yeah, like, why would anyone be surprised if that causes, like, skin damage to the insides of them?
But those same people they have the argument that, sure, maybe it could damage the insides of you, but it would absolutely damage any parasites you had inside of you.
I think of that poor woman whose YouTube video I saw that had all of these symptoms, right?
Boba. He's eating something, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, it's like, she's got like all of these symptoms, right, that like have been driving her crazy, and and she considers herself to finally be, healing herself of these conditions by using. So the thing is, like, you have the parasite, quote unquote, presents itself to you after taking a treatment, right? Like, it proves itself that you had the parasite, so then you keep treating yourself with the parasite, but that it doesn't exist. Like, it just seems like there's such a connection between, from what I saw, people talking about this and also using all kinds of cleanses and cures, and the MMS solution is a very popular one. It seems to me like these things are super connected.
Yeah, they're targeting people.
Yeah. And I feel like the people that are demonstrating some kind of weird ropeworm parasite are people who are already trying to treat stuff with strange stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be my conclusion to this episode, is having gone around this thing. I mean, like, I do not believe people who aren't already trying to treat something are going to experience this weird, creepy tissue. I think that they are the effect, not the cause of something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're seeing the results of other things they're trying to do. They're not seeing the evidence of what was causing their problems.
And I guess my last major piece of advice or recommendation is, do not put bleach in your butt or the butt of a loved one.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't bleach your butts.
Also, don't. I mean, if you really want to bleach the outside of your butthole, you can do it, I guess.
I guess.
But, like, definitely don't put it inside of you.
Yeah.
And don't eat it.
Yeah, don't eat bleach. Don't eye drop bleach. For God's sakes. It's just, that to me is, I could not believe that people are willing to do this. And it just sort of, it makes me think of, like, Like sort of the thing with the Church of Subgenius and Scientology, where it was like, let's see who can make a better religion, right? Let's like
Yeah.
that sort of bet, it's like, let's see if we can get people to consume bleach.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me. It feels like a prank, like a big evil prank.
It's a prank, dude.
So yeah, that's basically, I think, my conclusion is, out of all of this, I don't believe the rope worm is actually a thing. I'm fairly certain people are shedding their intestinal lining because they're putting some really caustic stuff in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I started to conclude, but I didn't go to all these different places with it. And
Yeah.
and when you and I talked about this beforehand, you told me, I think you know the beginning and the end, but there's a lot in the middle. And I think that was very true assessment.
Yeah, I had no idea that this Church of Genesis 2 existed. Even the name sounds like a joke.
Yeah.
It's like a silly, the sequel to, I don't know, whatever. It just, the roots of the Scientology thing and the sort of grandiose claims of
I
this guy.
can't help but wonder if there is something outright insidious to it.
Yeah.
But someone who did come out of a place like Scientology, a group like Scientology.
Yeah.
Like, most times when you leave a cult, you leave a cult because you realize how bad it is, how dangerous it is, how
Yeah.
they've harmed you. Like, there's certain things you have to do, and mental gymnastics you have to do in order to finally, like, come to the realization that this is not a good thing and you have to get out.
Yeah.
So to then turn around and use the same tactics just seems like very harmful to me.
Yeah. It felt weird. It felt like this guy was doing his own personal L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have enough, on this guy to claim that. But what I do have on him is that he's encouraging people to drink bleach and pay him for the privilege of learning how to do it.
Yeah.
That's not sadistic. I don't know what else. I just don't.
And he can mitigate the consequences by saying, well, if someone did it and they didn't get my book and they hurt themselves, I told them not to do that. I told them they needed my book because I need to teach them the specific way to ingest bleach.
Right. It's just, this research took me in so many directions I wasn't expecting. I had no idea people were consuming bleach willingly. I had no idea. I had no idea people were advocating that as a treatment for children.
I did have an idea, but I don't know why.
Yeah, right.
You know what? I do know why.
Why?
At some point, I had seen an article that said people are feeding their children bleach for autism, and I started going down the rabbit hole.
Well, there you go.
That's why.
Yeah. But it's not just that. Gosh, it's just everything.
It's
we can
just
cure malaria
everything.
with it. We can cure HIV with it. God, that we always get a little bit fired up about people that take advantage of people.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
I don't like people being preyed upon. I don't like people being hurt. And it just seems so obvious that you shouldn't
I know.
eat or otherwise put bleach inside of you. And I get that this isn't like bleach you get at the grocery store, but it is a bleach.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely dangerous. It is absolutely caustic. And you should not put it inside of you.
Yeah.
Or even apply it to your skin or put it on your eyeballs.
Yeah.
If you read the label for a product like this or a product containing this chemical, it would advise you not to do all those things. And if you called poison control and you asked them, they would advise you not to do all those things.
Yeah.
So don't do all those things.
Yeah. Don't do all those things.
That's my advice, and I'm sticking to it.
That's it. That's all I got.
It's pretty good.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Don't eat bleach.
And if you see ropeworms in your poo, maybe go to your doctor and find out why you're sloughing off parts of your intestines.
Yeah.
If you don't already know.
Keep a good eye on your poops, is what we're saying.
don't do really intense enemas. Probably just don't do an enema unless you're like super constipated or something.
Unless there's a really good reason you have to do that.
You don't need to cleanse your intestines, is what I'm saying.
No,
they take care of that. You poop stuff out for a reason.
Yeah, right. It's all moving along in there.
It's all kind of self-cleaning.
Yeah, just let it go.
Yeah, it's an intricate, delicate balance our bodies have. Mm-hmm. It knows what it's doing.
Yeah, this topic surprised the hell out of me. It really did.
Well, I thank you for embarking on that wild ride for me.
Yeah.
And for the fans.
And for the nice people.
For the people.
Speaking of you nice people, if you have any topics for us, please do send them to us at goosechasepodcast@gmail.com. We have a handful here left on our list, but we're starting to reach a point where we're going to need to broaden our focus a little bit and look for some new things. If you've got an idea, we'd love to see it.
Again, if you have any suggestions for beer names, for beers for Dave to brew, we're going to be taking a look at that list pretty soon, I think, because Dave's going to want to brew. We have a thread on the Facebook. You could add it there, or you can email us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So anyway, this has been another episode of Goose Chase.
Goose Chase.
We will see you next week when Christy presents a topic for us.
Yes.
And in the meanwhile, I guess have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Goose Chase. We are Goose Chase Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, our handle is @GooseChasePod, and our website is www.goosechasepodcast.com.
If you have any topics you'd like us to research, please email us at goosechasepodcast@gmail.com. If you like what we do on the show, please rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
Want to go on a goose chase?
Ooh, yes.